Hello, and welcome back to the Overprepared DM YouTube game. We're missing the entire party. What happened? Hi, we're here with Soul, or Poncho Dreamer. Last episode, he wasn't here. We missed you. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to show the audience and to have a little time with you to have a little what did Soul get up to during the time that you were away. So I left you with the party right at the beginning of the game last week, and I had you sort of dazed and confused, and then you left a note whenever they went to a baker shop. And the note said this. Let me find it. It is... I had the strangest vision and must go figure it out. I'm sorry to miss the fashion show. Don't leave town without me. Soul. So that's what I had you write.
But the fashion show.
But the fashion show!
But the fashion show! I have to!
Fun fact, they didn't even go. So, there's still a chance!
Yeah!
But hopefully you watch and the audience watches what happened in the main game. This is a little side game, our first little side game. We love it. But to wrap you in, we had the last thing that we did was you guys were leaving the church. The goddess-like person who looked very much like Suni was asking you guys what's going on. Like, why are you here? And you were enamored. You got charmed. And as you guys were walking away, you were filled with so much love and light. And as you guys are walking, you hear the group murmuring about like doing things, but you're really just ahead in the clouds. Like,
Yeah.
all you can think about is like the smell of her hair and the nice little like looks that she'll give you if you're on a picnic. Like you've completely thought of your marriage, life and death, like all together. Like you just fully enamored.
Right.
And you have small, quick little vision pieces in your mind of a crystal. The amethyst gem dragon crystal. Almost like it's like static shock, just like breaking up your vision that you're having. And then you have a vision of yourself touching the crystal, and then the voice going, "No, don't!" Which causes you to break out of that quick, charmed feeling that you were having. You look around at the group, you realize they're headed into a bakery shop. And you look around and you're like, wait a second, I have to go. So you write a quick note, stick it on the window, and head your way back to the church. So, feeling confused, conflicted, but lingering love. Like an actual sensation that you have loved this person. You head and start walking back to the church. But you've broken out of the spell. You know you have been charmed, as the spell works. But you have that conflicting emotion. You're like, wait a second, I've been charmed, but I also love this person. This is strange and uncomfortable, and you didn't choose this, and that's not fair. But that gem dragon keeps popping back up into your head, almost as if it was calling you. And you're heading back to the church. What are you thinking? What are you doing?
So this is the church heading back to the same one.
The same one you just left.
We broke out of, and there's people in there freaking out about it.
There's the priest and Suni who walked in on a theater-esque portrayal of zombies breaking in, and you forgot zombies breaking in and smashing everything up. So you actually set up bodies to look as if everything was broken. And you're walking back.
Yep. Yeah, I remember all of this. Yep. God. So definitely as walking back, trying to figure out and compartmentalize, I can speak, these feelings of the love
Mm-hmm.
and trying to figure out what is real, what is false, knowing what is real, thinking back to what soul I know as actual love that he felt.
Yeah.
And just lost in his mind a little and thinking about, while not strong, maybe a little bit of familiarity of being alone.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's just so far just for a little bit, but realizing that it's hasn't been a while together with this group, but we've been pretty together. There's been someone by his side for a couple of days now.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a little bit of weird sadness, but comfort in the aloneness,
Mm-hmm.
since that's what he's been used to for so long.
Yeah.
And even when he's been with people, it's been such shallow, except for a few, it's been very shallow. Go somewhere, pretend to be friends with them, etc.
Yeah.
And realizing more and more, and it scares him how
Mhm.
much the comfort of this group is actually helping him maneuver.
Yeah. And amongst that, like, sadness of walking away and feeling like you have to pursue this vision, you keep hearing the words like, come to me, don't leave me, come to me, come back. And it's pulling you. It's almost physically, like, pulling you back, and you're sort of feeling that, like, tension of like, the pulling cords before they snap.
Yeah, and that would definitely anger him
Mm-hmm.
because it's resembling a situation, well, not exactly, similar words that have been said to him
Mm-hmm.
by a few people in his life.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like that these false memories are bringing that up.
Yeah.
So there is definitely a tension building in his body a little bit from that.
For sure. Make a straight wisdom check, because you know that you've been charmed.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see what else you know.
All right, let's use the new little tiny
New
dice I
tiny
picked up. Let's
dice
see
for the
if I
tiny
can even
memories.
Read it, yeah. For my wisdom, 16.
Okay, so while you're walking, explain to me what the love of your life looked like.
Ooh.
Like, not Suni.
Yeah. Oh no. I've thought of little things here or there. So where do I want to go with this though? Where do I want to go with this? Yeah, screw it. Let's go with it. Oh my god, I swear I'm gonna get so much crap for this. But let's go with they are a Leonin. Let's do it. Of a Leonin, who, just like Soul, has been a part of the, I should know my own backstory of what the name of the group is. Oh my god. Let me pull that up. I feel so silly.
No,
it hasn't come up yet.
It hasn't
Some of this
come
stuff
up.
hasn't come up at all. I have my notes, just gotta find them. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, Discord, why are you so little?
Would you like to know? I can just tell you.
I need to know from my brain. Okay. I'm so sorry. I should have had that pulled up.
No,
I
it's
remembered
okay.
that.
It's okay. I got you.
Yeah, so they were also a part of the Wanderers of the Woods, which has been a group that Soul has been a part of for a while now. But they are also someone, pretty much like everyone in the group, goes by different names and always constantly changing their name. So they are Meadow, which he never really necessarily liked the name, but there was always something really cute about it and just home feeling to Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you were walking, you were sort of reliving this feeling of love for Suni, and you recognize as you're breaking this charm that your memory was actively being modified. Modify memory was being cast upon you as you were looking back onto Meadow in your mind. It's almost like flashes of Suni actually being there versus Meadow, like small things, like just replacing your love with her. And you broke out of that as you were walking back. You recognize that you've been charmed. You also did not have your memory modified. However, some of your memories are completely lost because you don't remember them not having Meadow in them, because some of them have been replaced with Suni. So that's where that confusion's coming in. You're like, wait, this is a memory I actually have. So it's very strange feeling.
Ooh, that would definitely very much cause a lot of anger within Soul, to the point that he would not be, he's not going out of his way to walk through people, but there would definitely be the anger,
angrily, like sort of shoulder checking, but only if someone's not moving, like okay. So you make it to the doors of the church, and do you bust in at this point? Like, how mad is he?
I think there would be a moment of ready to rip the doors off. But he stops right before, not slams his head into the door, but definitely puts it down, takes a few moments to calm himself a little bit, but there would still be, to whatever extent with the size of these doors, just shoving them open to walk in.
They sort of like hit the walls and go wham 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 a little bit. Like you hit them a little hard and they rattle. As you sort of not bust in, but aggressively open the doors in, you see, of course, the bodies that you left moments ago, like within the last couple hours. And Suni and the priest are standing by the large statue in the center of the church, and they're sort of like going over notes and like pointing things out. And as you walk in, your footsteps like echo, like it's silent. And she looks up at you and her hair just almost constantly flowing. She says, "Oh, hello, my love."
How much control? So, for my recollection, she has no control, right? Because I broke the...
You broke it. You're currently fully in your vibes. You're in your own self, and you recognize that your memories were starting to become modified, and you recognize that you were charmed in that moment. So in the next time that you step into her aura, you'll have advantage on the roll, because you now have recognition. So you step in.
Oh, because it's probably that aura is just within the church?
Yep. So I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. So what?
You step back in and you're just like, "Listen here, my love."
We're gonna go for it, because he would step in and
roll
with not a lot of strength. He would try. Well, with probably strength, whatever. He would definitely try to shove her.
Okay.
Yeah. The full just like, get the hell away from me, like, how dare you kind of shove.
So that was his intention as he's coming in. What was the roll?
Yeah. This is what roll against?
Wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Wisdom saving throw. That's a 6.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was a 5 and 2 on the dice.
Okay, you roll up, you walk in, and it's almost exactly that. You're coming in and you're sort of bounding through, and you're like, it's like a dream when you can't, you just can't land the blow. And you get up to her and you're sort of filled with this emotion once again. However, you're not being floaty like you were before. You are present. You just sort of don't feel as mad. You don't feel as angry at her, and she looks at you. She sort of furrows her brows when you're like lowering your arms, and she's like, whatever could be wrong?
How much of my wits? So I know it's
you
like
have
in
your
a dream,
wits
I'm
about
still
you. You just don't feel mad.
Okay. You should consider yourself lucky for whatever this bullshit you're pulling here is, because every ounce of my being wants to rip your heart out right now.
Awful words to say to someone who is so impassioned by you.
Impassioned enough to change memories.
From what I remember, I was there. So do you. The priest is like awkwardly stepping out of the room, like backwards. And you can sort of just, without the passive perception, you can sort of see that he feels like he's not in power here. He's definitely stepping out like, oop, I gotta go.
Am I able to reach out and kind of grab him by the collar to keep him there?
Yes.
Yeah. Fully Soul will do that.
What, can I help you with something?
Do you know what she's doing?
Can you roll a intimidation check? Angie boy check.
Angie boy check. 13.
Yes, of course, yes.
With that acknowledgement, I'll pull him even closer.
He's so uncomfy.
What's her reaction?
She's just looking at you with the same, like, golden, just perfect woman vibes.
And if I cast my eyes towards where the crystal is in the back, does she react to that at all?
She notices your gaze and does like a quick look to the side, but then back to you. Her expression doesn't change, but she clocked where you were looking. We'll give you anything. What do you, I'm so sorry. Usually everyone just wants to get married. Did you not want to get married? I can marry you right now. What do you need? What's wrong? Can you let go of me, please?
With the do you want to get married definitely lifts him up by the collar a little bit. Hold him there for, and then drop him. And
you're putting your hands on the priest. He like coughs and.
I know I don't have anger, but I think that would be enough to like shove kick. Not like a full-fledged kick, but like...
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, shove him. Kick.
He like walks off and he's just like, well, no, I'm not giving you anything. He like walks off and you hear like his echoed steps walking through and opening an office and closing the door. Down the hall.
I'll turn back to her. Your plaything is very annoying.
We have a goal. And once Lathander and Suni come down, they will know that we are the rightful houses. You could be a part of this. You could have power. What is it that you want the most? We can give it to you.
I think right now I just want to take another look at the crystal back there.
She hesitates. And you could see, like, sort of her brows, like, sort of twitch a little bit, but she's really trying to compose this stature. And she's... Of course.
Is that a problem?
No, my love, nothing is a problem.
No, it's fine. You said everything my heart desires. I just want to look at the crystal. It shouldn't be that much of an issue or a concern, should it?
Absolutely, yes. It's definitely where we left it. You can go.
Wonderful.
She sort of, like, fidgets with, like, the pieces of her clothing, like, tossing her hair off, and just changing her demeanor a little bit to, like, a little more of, like, a relaxed look. She, like, shoves her shoulder to the side and is sort of, like, twiddling with her clothing. And she's like, it's exactly where we left it. You could go.
Does that... I don't know if that's a check or anything.
You could do an insight check, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say... Why do I have... Hold on, I have... proficiency. Never mind, okay.
I will do a deception check. I got 12.
I got 19, 20, 21.
Nice. You could tell that she's definitely not... Her demeanor has changed to a point where you think she's lying to you.
Mm-hmm. I think Soul feeling a little bit of the upper hand shifting, just slightly.
Mm-hmm. You can do a wisdom save again, since you feel that. Yeah.
Oh.
I like it. I like it. With advantage, because you have the knowledge.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go with you. Yeah, we'll go with the first one. That's a 19.
You still feel it.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But
it's...
You're there. You're going. You feel it. It's sort of breaking a little bit, but you still feel it.
I think with that... So it's kind of, for my brain, just so I know what choices, it's like the sense of I register all the emotions I'm feeling, but they're just not outwardly.
Yeah,
like outwardly
it's almost as
through.
if you were to go and punch her, you would feel like that slowed arm when you're like dreaming physically as a human.
Yeah.
Like you just can't do it, and so you just don't feel like it's worth it. However, with your 19, you also clock that the amber on her staff is glowing.
Mm-hmm. Well, being the little shit that Soul can be with all of this, he's going to hold up his hand and put on a mix of shit-eating grin, but the intimidation grin of holding his hand out and, well, come on, my love, let's go look at it together.
Of course. And she like puts her hand into yours and walks with you down the hallway, and you can tell, like, once you sort of hit the corner, she's not pulling you, but she's walking slower. And she's like, okay, so, then she stops. Just look. Just look.
I will take a look.
As you look through the stained glass that you guys had broken through a lot of the pieces of, you see that it is still there. However, it is dim in color. Like, it was this bright purpley, like shining pink, and now it is almost just like a rock. Like a dark purple.
And looking back at her staff, is that glowing?
It's glowing, but it's brown.
Okay.
So you can tell that it's a different thing.
And we're right up against where the window is to it? Or?
Yes. Yeah, so if you remember, there was that sort of like boxy walk around of the stained glass sort of space, and it felt like they had made the stained glass, and because everything was really like tight, compact in the back, it felt like this wasn't like the way that they intended this to look. And you could tell that it's there, and you could do an insight check while you're looking around.
I was actually gonna say, can I jump over the little half wall to get in there?
Yes.
To see how she reacts to that.
She, as you're sort of like stepping over or jumping over, she puts her hands on the rails and is like looking at you with like reckless abandon. Just like, Just don't touch it. It's not reacting.
So then touching it wouldn't do anything, right?
Don't. And almost as if your vision,
Yeah, like
almost as if your vision, it comes to life. You have a vision. No, are you touching it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That vision almost exactly like fades into place. You hear no, and as you touch the crystal from your hands, like those sparking balls of lightning that you like run your finger over and the little lightning strike follows you, it like sparks from where your fingertips are. And then in a moment you feel and see these purple crystals like growing over your fingers really quickly. It's like almost sucking you in, but it doesn't hurt. It's just like completely encasing your hand, going up your forearm. And the voice of her saying no is like echoing in the background. You feel as though like you're being sucked into something, and the crystal begins to glow the brightest you've ever seen it in the past couple hours. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
With disadvantage.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Right. This is gonna be great. That's a 10.
Okay, so in this moment, you black out completely.
Awesome. Okay.
And not knowing what time has passed, you wake up and you look around you. And what does your old home look like when you were a kid?
How dare you?
What does your old home look like when you were a kid?
Is this the main part, like?
You are now
home?
encompassing you as a child. But you open your eyes and you see what? Where did you sleep when you were a kid? Before everything happened.
Yeah. Okay. It was definitely a smaller home. And hopefully I'm using the word correctly, an eclectic home, since it was filled with artist, a performer, father, performer mother as well, but she tended to be more of on the painter, the crew side of things, of putting things together. So the house is definitely an artist home of there's stuff very well organized and put in the house, but definitely some little weirder trinkets here or there.
Yeah.
Definitely has his own room, which is surprisingly the bigger room of the two bedrooms, since his parents would do anything for him in the sense of love, not in the sense of we have to spoil this child, but we will give him everything we can. There are practice swords of every shape in the room.
Yeah.
There are practice daggers. There are just anything that you would expect to see in a gladiator-style fight pit, but all made out of wood and clearly there to practice and do your routine to get good with. Definitely still other things that you would find in a child's room, though. Stuffed animals, everything.
Yeah.
But he's very tidy as well, where there's not, you wouldn't walk in here and be, oh, obviously it's a kid's room because there's stuff thrown about, but things have their little places, things are put away, and there's different aspects of costumes around the room. Clearly someone who plays one part for a little bit, but then gets bored and runs over and throws that clothes off and throws on another one and starts playing a different role. With the sun coming in through the window, which makes him angry because he doesn't want to wake up. He just wants to sleep. So the curtains are very obviously someone who like quickly closes them whenever he can when he wakes up.
Yeah. So on the wall of all of your practice stuff, like you get up, how do you feel? You're sort of like acknowledging that everything around you also kind of looks blurry. Like you kind of feel like you're floating, like you're lucid dreaming. You're actively acknowledging that you're not in yours. Like, where is soul?
Yeah.
But you're inside the body of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you sort of wake up and...
He would look down at his hands, just...
little baby hands.
Checking in.
None of the scars from your adventures are on your arms or hands. Like, the work that you've put in is suddenly just childlike.
He would run his hand over the bed. Does it feel soft and everything?
Everything
like
you remember.
There would be a moment of losing himself and running to the wall and grabbing one of the practice swords and doing a few little techniques and having a moment of respite, of remembering that feeling of the joy of just, I'm just gonna wake up and kind of do whatever I want. And then let it sink in as that slowly fades away of, this is weird. This isn't right. But then a little spark of hope before he just drops the sword and probably tries to run to where he knows his parents' room is.
Yeah. As you drop the sword, there's almost like a pulsating of like purple that like poofs out. And as you sort of run to your parents' room, it's like the walls are like fading away as you're running down the hallway. You open the door, you're running to your parents' room. It feels like you're in slow motion. And as you open the door to your parents' room, you walk out onto a stage. And you're in a costume that you were in when you were in the play. And you see the audience, and they're all looking at you with awe of the child actor that is out and performing. And you go and you pull out a sword, and it's the practice sword from your bedroom. And you look, and you see suddenly just blood start to pour from the bodies of the people in the theater. And you... How do you feel in this moment? As you're sort of remembering the night.
There is the instantaneous, overwhelming wave of fear into the pit of a stomach when you know there's no fix. And it's the acceptance of something awful. And he is frozen in fear as every fiber of his being is trying to figure out what to do. His brain is firing 1,000,000 miles a minute as he's frantic, not even actually frantically, probably just that tunnel vision into the audience. And in his ears, it rings so loud, but to anybody that would have been there, they wouldn't have heard it, of just him. Just, no, 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 no. Over and over.
echoing into this wall of just like purple pulsating. With every no, it's like getting louder. It's almost as if you're screaming, but you can't hear anything and nobody can hear you. And around you, just these bodies are like slicing just from your hands. You look down at them and they're covered in fur and blood and viscera. And then the weapon from your room lays on the floor in front of you, and it glows purple. And in that moment, boom, you are ripped away from the crystal. The purple and everything just goes into a circle around your eyes, and you are brought back into the church. And Suni and the priest are looking over you on the floor, and your hands sort of have like the leftover like gem dragon like pieces. They're like falling off sort of, and you're like coming to, like your eyes fade back to eye color from black, and you feel a small pulsating of purple from your fingertips, and you look at your hands in front of your face. Everything is just wild, and it sort of sinks into your veins, and you can see it going through your arms and all the way down, and then your weapon glows. Your actual weapon glows. Taking a quick look at it, your weapon has been imbued with the amethyst gem dragon, and you have a +1 weapon.
Okay.
It is imbued with the power of the amethyst gem dragon. What does that mean? Soul has to figure it out.
How do I?
But you just replace it with a +1 in your character sheet.
Can I
add a magic weapon or add a magic item?
I just rolled a die on accident.
The panic!
The panic! The panic bonus damage +1. No, not damage. No, it would be. Can I do that?
Yeah, what weapon do you have? You have you have the axes, right? But like we're like flavoring them.
Yeah, because they're the stats of a scimitar.
Okay, so but then go into the magic, go into the items, and then add a magic item, scimitar +1, and that's an actual item name. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like a common or something item. Uncommon,
yeah, because I have a scimitar in my already.
Yeah, but it's only just it's just not a scimitar +1.
That's for the hit or the damage? My bad.
No, it's just an item. And it'll do the +1 for you whenever you add the item.
Inventory.
Yeah, inventory. Add. Item.
Add.
Scimitar.
And
press the one that says +1.
Scimitar. I don't see one that says plus. Oh, this is my own equipment. You're
looking through your own stuff. No, add item. This is going well.
It's great.
Me about to add it to your character sheet for you.
Can you please?
Yeah, I'm going right now. This is going well.
I've been playing D&D for so long, yet somehow when it comes to simple things, I don't know how to do it.
I get you.
So I'm cute.
You are cute. All right, hold on. Let me go to.
With a character with so much trauma.
Inventory. Manage inventory. Add item. Scimitar +1. Add. Boom. Now reload your page. Should be there.
Okay.
Now you have a new item to use, and delete your other item. And then add a note to it and say that it is imbued with the power of the amethyst gem dragon, so you don't forget.
I see it. Okay. That one, the green one.
Yeah. And then equip it. Don't forget to press the button to equip it.
Yeah.
New weapon. Magical weapon, too. We love.
Imbued with
power of the amethyst gem dragon.
Power of the amethyst. I'm going to spell those right eventually. Of the dragon.
Power of the dragon. Yep. So you're looking at your weapon, and your weapon is like, it has like this crystal almost, like just like the crystal that you see, and it has like this crystal in the pommel of it, and every crack that your scimitar has is like glowing purple, like it's being held together. It's like a better, newer weapon. Yes. The goddess-like woman and the priest are looking over you, and they're like, "What happened? Hello? Like, are you okay?" And then with you just sort of like fucking tripping out, like the goddess like woman like looks down and she's like, how did you do it? How did you do it?
Did the music stop, or is that just for me?
That's you.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I can reshare it.
Ah, here we go.
It's back, it's back.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. She says, she looks down at you and she's like, how did you do it?
What the fuck was that?
You just became one with the petrified dragon. You were completely crystallized before our eyes. How did you do it?
You never thought to just touch the damn thing?
We all have. But not like that. What did you do? What did you use?
What if we do each other a favor? Drop the bullshit act in front of me, and I'll tell you what I know.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, because she really wants to know information.
Come on!
You said 14? Fine.
That's a 14?
Fine. She looks at her staff and she sort of like twists the top piece and it like fades from brown into purple. She goes, we had to bring a sorcerer here to bring this. I'll tell you what. I need something, and I will give you this if you get something for me.
Right. That's the thing. That, not the big one, that's the actual one?
Mm-hmm. This is the core.
What is it that you need?
She sort of sits on the floor as you're like laying there. She sits down and puts the staff like it's like straight up above her. She's like holding it. She's like, well, leave, she says to the priest. And the priest is like, fuck it, okay, I guess. He like gets up. He's, do you need water? Do you need anything? Like before you leave, before I get out, do you need anything? Are you gonna get
just leave?
Great. He walks out. You two are like, you're laying on the floor and she's sitting next to you, like crisscrossed, but her dress is like sort of over her knees and she has the staff like leaning on it. There's a fashion designer at the fashion show who has never revealed who they are. Their name is Beryl Bouveau. They make knits that are said to read people's fortunes and futures. And I want it. I want it. So if you can go, I can help you infiltrate. If you can go and get this fashion piece, I will give you the core of the dragon for you to take back to the museum. And yes, I do know that that's why you're here. You guys have done a very poor job at keeping that a secret.
Okay, but did you buy the zombie thing even for a second?
No. Although, it did show me your capabilities, which is why I'm asking you this. And I'm asking you without charming you. I'll give your memories back. I just really need this.
Not even for a second. It was really good. Honestly, it was probably some of my better work. There had to be a second that you bought it.
I bought it for half a second.
Okay. While he's putting on this nonchalant, is this sounding, am I, as the player, drawing this conclusion that it's sounding like Granny, or is this someone different?
I guess that's whatever conclusion you would like to make.
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, so go into fashion show, get you this fortune-telling thing, and I get a rock. The rock. It's more important than a rock, but you, whatever. You know what I mean.
The amethyst dragon has already infused with you, so I can no longer use this. It will reject me, and that means that Suni will reject me, and I won't be at my best. But if I can show her that I have purpose, she will choose me, and I just know that this clothing item will get it for me.
Can I insight check to see if that's if we're on the up and up here?
Sure.
Okay.
What do you mean you're on the up and up?
Like, does she truly believe this, or is this another?
I see. Yeah. Okay. With a nat 1, and just in general, like, you feel as though with every fiber of her being, she wants to be Suni's chosen. She looks like Suni. She's just completely encapsulating everything that Suni is does with her goddess work. So you kind of have, not no reason, but you have basically no reason to believe that she's lying to you about wanting to be Suni's chosen.
I think with that, he'll slowly pull himself up and slide back to lean back against whatever little wall or whatever, so that he's looking at her. What? You don't feel bad at all about what's happening with the people coming in here? You don't feel bad about how you fucked with my head?
No. It's all a part of the greater purpose. The more love in the world, the more marriage, the more money that is brought to the church, the more offerings we can provide.
Even if the love is fake.
It's not fake. You feel it. I know you do.
Because you changed memories.
But you feel it.
You take and mold it into bullshit.
But you feel it. And that's all that matters to Suni. She takes a moment and takes one of her hands off the staff, and she not caresses, but places her hand on your chest where your heart is. And she casts Modify Memory. And you feel almost little flashes of Meadow returning to your memories. Just fully in place as they once were. And she says, I think I did it right. After a moment, raises her hand, or takes her hand off. She says, there might be one or two left of me. And you feel no longer in forced love with somebody. You now have that agency returning to yourself, how do I feel about this person? You don't feel it anymore. And she said, I think I did it right. You might have one or two left of me, but
I would slap the hand away. Just... At the end of the day, you have to live with what you're doing. And may the gods help you if people ever find out the shit you're pulling against them. Because to you, it feels the same, so it's real. Sometimes the memories are the only thing people have left. and replacing them. It doesn't matter the feeling. I'll get you whatever this little thing is.
She sort of like sits up and like she was slouching a little bit and she like sits up straight and is still crisscross like sitting next to you, but she like puts her staff to her side and lays it down on the floor, and you can feel the like clank or hear the clanking of the gem on the wood. And so we're in agreement then. Everything you've said is wrong, and you'll find out that it's wrong when Suni chooses me. You'll know. What I need is at that fashion show, and I need you to get it. And I will give you the heart gem of the dragon core. The dragon core of the heart gem. That, yes. And she's looking over at the crystal that is now dimmed completely. It's almost as if it's like dead. Which is huge. Like, it's a whole leg, so...
And there's definitely a little bit of that tension rising in his body a little bit that would be palpable to anyone in the room. And what stops me from just killing you and taking it?
She looks back at you, like, with like a roll of her head and like a narrowing of her eyes. You can't. I'm gonna do an insight check.
Ooh, dirty 20.
If she had a character sheet, she'd be much higher level than you, is how you feel. Yeah. But she gives you the, you can't.
Yeah.
And you sort of feel, like, in your bones that she's not lying to you.
Taking that for sure, but not wanting to break the facade of the power, of course. He's still just looking down. Takes his eyes off of her for sure.
She's still still looking at you, like with that same narrowed eyes.
It's always the ones who are so sure about being unkillable who find themselves in the same place as those who were killed.
Changing their names?
How do I get into the fashion show?
She like smirks a little from the side of her mouth and her eyebrows rise a little. She's like, Flips her hair melodically and just looks out off onto the crystal. Well, I don't have a ticket. But there's a lot of entrances, and you are one that is so charming. I've seen it in your memories. I think you can get in. Perhaps you could be part of the show. Walk the stage once more with less blood. She looks back at you again with like a smirk, like she's pulling that string, like.
The hand would definitely tighten around the weapon. But knowing. How much sway do you have in this city?
Well, I performed miracles. Why?
If you want me to do this, and I'll do it because why not? It sounds a little fun. I need your little miracles to help me and my friends maybe get out of here when most usually this will go tits up.
Fair. I'll take it. As long as you promise to never return unless you're getting married. In which case, I would be so happy to marry you. And whoever you bring.
There's definitely a wave of sadness that washes over him with how much this city means to him and the joy that it's brought. And he takes in a deep breath. You have a deal, with one additional, which should be fairly easy, because I assume you already know, but my friend Emmy was never here.
I'll say yes upon return. Of the item. And upon trade, I will ensure that who's seen her has not.
Did I ever get told about the performer, that Ior, that was mean to them and Kanna? I don't remember if that was informed to us.
I don't think so. I don't think
okay.
so. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think so.
Never
That's
mind
a
then.
good one, though. You're like,
Never mind.
and this and that
Yeah,
and.
But no,
She
never
holds
mind.
out her
All right.
hand in like a really dainty sort of like. Agreed?
He will... I can't help not being a little shit. He will grab the hand and with the full just sarcasm and just distaste, do the little like kiss on the hand.
Yeah.
And a flurry of a performer bow with full sarcasm.
Yeah, you both like get up together, like you grab the hands, you stand, and you're just like, yes, as you sort of throw it in her face. She says, well, I'll be here. And she like takes her hand away. It is a deal. And I'll be waiting. I have to clean up a mess after all.
And I feel like as he starts walking away, I think we can tell everyone that it was a zombie attack because this does seem pretty real.
She laughs in the distance as you like walk out the church. So you have your task.
Yep, yes I do.
How's Soul feeling right now?
It is.
You have like a moment where like you step out of the church and like the usualness of the roads sort of hit back up, and it's like, what happened in there was between me and her. That's crazy. Like
Yep. It's every emotion of bouncing back and forth like a pinball, of going from anger to what happened to joy of getting to relive a memory, a good memory so vividly.
Yeah.
The anger that it was forced upon me to remember, the joy of a task going to potentially be accomplished, the love of just all of it, and then it starts to sink in of the pit in his stomach feeling of he has no idea how he's going to maneuver with his friends and explain this. But that is
Hi guys, I have a
task.
+1 weapon now.
Uh-huh. I have a +1 weapon. I know the bullshit. Do I tell them the bullshit?
Right.
And it's, as he moves forward, just fully that, well, that's for future Soul to figure out. And right now we can only focus on a task. And there is a slight moment of wanting to go back to the bakery.
Okay.
Because knowing that while he, for the most part, trusts his friends with a little bit of time, there is still that aspect of the Wanderer of the Woods where they teach you so much to just be by yourself, because the people you surround yourself with will either die in front of you by your hand or another, or they will have to go their own way.
Yeah.
And you never know truly people's true emotions, especially with being in this group, the Wanderers, of what is real and what is not, because we are constantly lying to people. And he would start making his way to the fashion show area.
Right, making your way through town. People are passing by you, like even other half orcs. Like it just sort of feels like your regular day to day. But like it's sort of like that. You're feeling alone. You realize that you're doing this task alone, and you don't want to be doing it alone.
Yeah.
But you quickly make your way to the fashion show. It's very easy to get there. There's all signs pointing to it. There's a huge line outside of people dressed to the nines. You look down at yourself, and you're wearing pants and a leather strap and some fur and your axes, and you feel great, probably.
I feel wonderful.
You feel great, probably. But you look and you notice the difference. But the fashion show, like there's, it's like a large outdoor event. There's like a bunch of seats, like people are sort of funneling into the seats for a long catwalk, essentially from the front where you all are walking in to the back where there's a large, like a T. The little shape is almost a T anyway, but like that's where the people are all getting dressed. That's where all the fashion's being changed, and you hear just a lot of excitement, people talking about fashion icons and like Violet Scarlet, the person who makes Aarakocra fashion, like just all sorts of people. You hear murmurings about like Deckish, Brickish, and all these names just sound way too melodical. They're obviously stage names, and you're just hearing like, oh, they make this, they make that, they're better than this. It's like fantasy football, but for fashion. People are like, who do you think's gonna win? Like walking through the crowds. But you sort of get the lay of the land, feeling underneath your feet as you're walking, and as you're walking, nothing feels like hollow underneath you as you sort of make your way around the fashion show district area. From the tops, you do see a couple like strings, like cables that are like holding up some tents to buildings. So you see like some strong cables. And what's your passive perception? Is it 12?
Passive perception is 13.
Okay, so I was close. And you see like a fence going around the entire building. Fake grass, fake plants, like everything is really, really high fashion, but it's also like really cutesy. Very high femme, very like, there's people almost in categories, like in dress. Like there's like the goth section, there's like the high femme, like people in cute, like flowery dresses. There's like the different cores all over the place, but they're all seated like together. So it almost feels like they have a roster or assigned seating, but it's more so just that people sit together when they feel at home. But as you've made your rounds, what's your plan of action here? Or do you have more questions?
Well, because I remember I asked it before, but so you said there are other full orcs and other bigger creatures or people around, but being a full orc in this town is still a little not out there, but not as normal, right? Because you said there's like half orcs and there's other, but being a full orc, there's maybe a couple I see here or there, but it's pretty much more of a rarer sight.
Right.
Okay. Is there... So, taking a look of the perimeter and seeing things and knowing that he really stands out in this environment, is there a bakery near the fashion area?
You did pass a bakery, and it was very much like, you know, fluffy cheesecakes and like cute bento boxes and like very cutesy stuff. You did pass one, that you could turn around to.
And that's not the same one that my friends went to?
It is not, no.
Okay. Taking into the multiple ways that he could go about this, including loud, he knows his stature. While he knows he could be somewhat stealthy when need to, it seems to be a lot of eyes. And he remembers passing the bakery. and he's going to go back to the bakery.
Okay. The bakery, you see a sign called Cheesecake Phylactery.
Right.
Of course you do, right?
Yeah, of course. They're everywhere now. They just keep popping up.
Yeah.
And
it's like the cutesy sort of like, not Italian, but it's like a cutesy little area. It's like a cheesecake shop, like a little cakes and pastries. It has like a little window of cakes and pastries, and it has like the scent that smells so great of sugar as you walk in.
He's going to walk in, and as he's learned to do in shops and kind of around civilization, loosen up his body to not appear smaller, but definitely, I'm not a threat. I know I'm big, but I'm here to just perusing by. And he'll walk in, and
you hear like a hello from the counter when you walk in, and there's like a small turtle behind the counter, and they're just like slow moving, but they're just working.
He will, as he crosses the threshold, he will also become panicked, put on the air of panic.
Sure.
And walk in and just go up to the counter. I need, oh my God, okay. Remember, you can remember this.
You're all right. We have everything you need.
That's so good, because I have Larry Lorraine at the fashion show. He sent me out. Usually, let me tell you, I am usually just the bodyguard, but he's so unhappy with everything that they have to offer there, and I have to get him. He said something about 4 cakes and a whole bunch of different bread types. I just need your help. I need to just get a bunch of these things, and if I don't, you don't want to see him mad.
For the fashion show? You can make a performance check as you're pretending to be...
Oh, that's 9, 10, 11?
Oh, that is not... Oh, go away. Stop.
Oh, it's on fire.
I know, we're on fire. You said 11?
Yeah.
He looks back, and they sort of are like, you said Larry Lorraine?
Yes.
They want my pastries?
They do.
Oh. Well, that makes me blush. Please, give me a moment. And they sort of like shuffle over, like clearly not taking their time, but taking your time. They're just like, they're going as fast as they can, which is pretty slow. And they're like, oh, do they prefer carrot cake or German chocolate cake or...
Oh, not the carrot cake. They said specifically, I don't want anything orange.
Oh.
So nothing orange.
Okay, red velvet cake.
Beautiful. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And what else? There's like going through, and they like gather you a bunch of like cheesecakes, cakes, cupcakes, cookies, pretzels, all sorts of stuff. And the bag is giant. And they're like, "Is there a tab to put this on, or?"
Oh God, I don't. How much would it be?
2 gold.
Oh God, okay. Is there by any chance, remember the name, Baron Boxen? Is that the name that I was told for the...
Oh, Barrel Beveau.
Barrel Beveau. I think he said something about Barrel Beveau. Is there a tab under that here?
Do a persuasion check.
Persuasion, there it is. 3.
I don't know, but that is a fancy sounding name. I suppose I could do a discount. How about 1 gold and 5 silver?
Beautiful. I will do it.
They like slowly reach over, grab the silver and gold, and they like slowly push it's like really taking your time. the rush demeanor is being actively counteracted with like a but you have this bag of cakes, cookies, pretzels, all sorts of stuff. And they all smell really great.
So I'm gonna actually, in the shop, I'm gonna like pull the things out so they're more in my arms than in just a
like
single
a server
bag.
Fashion, like you're like placing them on your arms.
Oh
okay.
God, I gotta,
yeah.
Leaving an arm open.
Okay.
Does this little turtle have a register, or where does the money go?
It seems like he just sort of put it in a bag behind the register that would be there, but there's not a register.
Right.
Like it's like a table, and then they just sort of have like an open bag next to them, and they just sort of went boop and just dropped it in.
And
it clanked against a bunch of other coins.
In my hurry, I'm going to like, what about actually, is that a donut over on the other end of the counter?
Oh.
To distract him.
I do have cake donuts, glazed donuts.
I'm gonna drop 4 gold into his bag as he's talking.
Aw, and he like lists donuts until you stop him. He's like, strawberry donuts.
Yeah.
Now I'm testing my knowledge of donuts. Filled donuts.
Oh, you know what? Okay, actually, once I drop the gold into the bag, I think I'm good. Thank you so much.
Of course.
You really, really helped me out.
Of course. There you go. Please tell everyone about the Cheesecake Factorial.
I will.
All my family has locations in every town.
Fantastic. I will definitely say hi to one of them. And as he leaves the door frame, full different demeanor takes over of the bodyguard, who is so pissed that like just having to do this gopher run for this person. And as he's walking to the front where the line is, he's going to reach in, and I assume this is a lot, but who knows? He's going to pull out 30 silver pieces.
Okay.
And secretly, he's going to kind of throw them close to the crowd where it scatters.
Oh, right. To like cause a like,
hopefully
look, money.
Get the crowd into it.
So the crowd that's in line to get in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a D100 for a percent.
Oh, we do this every time. I can remember what that is.
It's the D10s. The ones that look like spaceships, but not triangles.
Uh-huh. You rolled 2 of those?
Yeah. You roll the one that has like a 0 zeros on it, and then the one that doesn't.
The one that doesn't. Okay, I can.
The one with 2 numbers each, and the one with 1 number each.
Where's my other one? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, that rolled off. 67.
67. So like half of the people, a little more than half the people like notice, and they're like, oh, well, don't mind me. Let me just lean down and grab myself some free money. And like half the people are like, oh, money on the floor. And they start picking it up. So you have about 50% of the people diverted with your coin toss.
That's cool. Hopefully enough to, and I'm just going to start walking up with a purpose to the front. And just fully the
roll a performance check.
Dude.
I'm just gonna get some of these out of you because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Performance check, please. Oh no, I rolled really high on perception. I rolled a 20 on perception.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm sorry. The security.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on.
Advantage on.
It's only for heightened senses, so hearing or smell.
Darn it. The security guard like steps in front of you, and this security guard is locks it on. They are an elephant as well, and they are sort of like very round and very tall. Where they put their like hooves together and they stand in front, and they have like not a cop outfit, but they have like a black t-shirt with black pants and a belt, very like bouncer style. And they like stand, like move in front of you, and they're kind of blocking the entire way with how large their body is. They're much taller than you, much wider, and they're just like,
So you're gonna keep standing there, or you're gonna get out of the way? What are we doing here?
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What do you think I got? I got all these pastries. I'm inside protecting my client, then I gotta come out here and get these fucking pastries.
Who's your client?
You're not Larry Lorraine. You should know that. I don't know why I gotta tell you.
All right, roll either an intimidation or a deception check. Because Larry Lorraine is not a real person. Let's do deception because it's not a real person.
It's great. It's great. They're both the same.
Okay, yeah. Just whichever intention you mean.
Oh my fucking god.
I got a 6.
I got a 5.
What? He looks at you and he's just like, Larry Lorraine isn't here today.
The fuck you mean Larry Lorraine isn't here today? I was told to come here, protect Larry Lorraine, and then some little fucking gnome told me to go get cakes for Larry before they showed up. Yeah, a gnome.
Do you mean Edward Scuttlehands?
You're telling... Wait a minute. You know Edward?
Yeah?
Oh my god. Edward and I fully... Oh, the nights that Edward and I have had together. Like, it's wild. We would stay out until 5 in the morning, just drinking. It's crazy with that guy.
He's like narrowing his eyebrows, and someone in line is like, do you have a ticket or not? He doesn't even have a shirt. Yeah, like, looking around, he's like, do you even have a ticket?
Can you not see I'm talking to somebody here? We maybe have friends together.
Oh.
Can you take a minute to be kind?
Roll another deception check for your memory friend. Your friends with memories. I'm rolling as well.
You are
I got a 3 on that
saint for dealing with all these people in line. I don't know how you do it.
You can do it with
I'm
advantage
so happy I don't
for
have to
fluffing.
That's a 17.
Hey, he's like, all right, but you're gonna get kicked out without a shirt on.
Okay, I'll find. Okay. I'm sorry with the anger.
I mean,
you deal with a lot of people. Once someone they tell you, oh, go do this, and like that's not my job. It's not my job to do that. But I appreciate it. Hey. I don't tell everybody this, okay? But you so far, you're doing a really good job. Like everybody else, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, but you're doing a good job.
He doesn't even have a ticket.
And your outfit's ugly. What do you want me to say about that?
You're not even wearing an outfit.
And I'll pull. I'm sure I have like a small pastry or something.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You have your arsenal.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna. They ain't gonna miss this if you want it. Just
you got
just
glazed?
as a thank you.
You got glazed?
I got glazed? What kind of guy do I look like? Of course I got glazed.
All right. Okay, I'll take it today. What's your name?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh. That was a brain thought that fully verbal.
The way you're like, oh, you should know already. You're like, wait, I want to give a fake name. A fake name onto your fake name onto your fake name, please. Yeah, what's your name? Oh. That's how the DM feels. How the DM feels when you ask for someone's name.
You can call me Oak, okay? It's a nickname. I don't tell a lot of people, but they're like, oh, look at that big guy walking through here. It's like, so it's stuck. I don't tell people to change it because, we're two big guys. They come up with it. Oh, look at them, so funny. Look at A, small over here, tiny over here. You probably know what it's like.
I do. All right, Oak, you can go in. You need a shirt, and I'll kick you out later.
Do me a favor. That person that was yelling at us?
Oh, she's not getting in.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
She's not getting in.
Like,
yeah, fuck her.
Yeah.
She's like, what? She's like literally right next to you. You're able to pass. He moves out of the way, and you enter the sort of like sitting zone. Stage is sort of in the center, and in the back is that T where everyone is located. This fashion show hasn't started yet, but it's getting there. Mm-hmm. So you enter through the front door.
Is this like?
And inside you see more larger statured races like Loxodon and Leonins and orcs and things like that, like more larger statured guards. You do also see some shorter ones, probably to see between people's legs. You see like gnomes and some halflings and things like that as well. They're all wearing the same like black shirt, black pants, but they look really nice. Look Calvin Klein people.
Is this the vibe of? I'm trying to figure out the full vibe of like, is it pretty chill inside because it's inside, or is it like, do we have music pumping? Like, are we talking about that?
There's
pre-show?
music for sure, yeah. So there's the pre-show, like, you know, fashion, extra, music, and like there's no like pre-show happening, but there is music being blasted outwards. People are talking, but they're talking into each other's ears because they can't hear otherwise. But it's not like a bump and rave or anything, but there's definitely large vibes. Big fashion energy. There's photographers, but the photographers of this world are very much like magic painters. So they're like their floating canvases are around and they're just like tapping on it and like things are showing up. It's really fun.
So I can pretty much I can kind of clock where like backstage, right?
Like where that is, yes.
Is there an area where I can go? I'm trying to be out of sight a little bit of the guards, like a moment to do something. Is there anywhere that I would be able to do that?
It seems as though most everyone is either standing along the edges, like talking and drinking. There's a couple people at a bar over on the side, and they're all in like really nice clothing and wearing like using wine glasses. Like no one's drinking beers. Like everyone has like really fancy drinks and fancy clothing and fancy hair, and you're definitely out of place, so that would draw eyes already anyway. But as you're standing there deciding what to do, someone walks by and like takes a plate off of your hand, like as if you were like a server. They just take a plate and they just keep walking, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, cheesecake!" Like, how posh. And so you're out of place, but also immediately put underneath what these people are dressed. However that makes Soul feel, who knows? But you see guards are sort of walking around, but no one's like looking at you like intently. You could duck into a crowd, you could walk into the seated area, you could go to the bar, or you could just make your way to the back.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a die to see what my plan is.
Okay, we love rolled plans.
Let's see. Yeah, because you know what? We're going to have more fun with this. We're going to have more fun with this. I am... because I love what you set up for me, but I have to see if this works. I am going to... If there's just even a section where I can go to a little corner and check, and then just... put the food all on me. Like, just make it a mess.
Okay.
And then, just as the actor kicks into me, start heading towards the backstage, fully huffing and puffing and hyperventilating and freaking out, and just very loudly, so anyone that I'm walking by would hear me, of just like, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. I wasn't supposed to be wearing this. I wasn't supposed to be wearing this. Was for the show, and it is a mess now. Oh my god, I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna get fired.
And as you're walking, I need a performance check. People are moving out of their way. First off, it's almost as if you like crashed into the corner of something, like you tripped over a chair, just all the food you like specifically threw up into the air, and then you were like, oh no, it's all hitting me. Oh no. And it's just like you're moving so that it does hit you, but you're like, oh no, I can't dodge it. Oh no, what's going And then you start running towards the back, and like gasps from the crowd. You have now made a scene of you, and everyone from the seats are like, and then there's other people who are like, oh my gosh, a pre-show for the first year. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Like other people are really excited that this is happening. But almost everyone in your near vicinity is like, oh my god.
17.
Oh my gosh, it works. Everyone's moving out of your way. They're like, oh, they destroyed the outfit. The tragedy. There's always drama at Fashion Week. Oh, the sleigh. Like people are taking pictures of you, like running through and everything as well. And yeah, you've made a scene. You said, "Oh, all right, there's photographers." So you run into the back, and there's a guard who you were like, "I'm fucked. Everything's ruined." And he moves out of your way. He doesn't even question you. He's just like, "Yeah."
Oh, yes.
And you move to the back, and it's a small, very like backstage theater vibe. Like there's sections of artists, like fashion artists, and then their models, and they're all like in lines, like getting dressed, putting makeup on, doing their hair, and then there's like 8 different segments, and they're all sort of like offshoots of each other with singular walls, but nothing's closed off. It's like a fork, essentially, like one large hallway that leads into a bunch of other rooms, but you just see like lines and lines of clothing. You see like fashion artists like with their long cigarettes on the stick, that people being way too high fashion, and of course there's like the boho babes, and then there's like the people in suits, whatever. Like there's all sorts of vibes and energies with all these fashions. There's people doing high fashion, people doing day-to-day fashion, lots of makeup artists. There's about like 50 people back here just in total, between the models, between the artists, between the people doing makeup, between all of just. There's just a lot of commotion, and the silence, the sound from outside and all the music is bumping through the walls, so it sort of is adding to that loud ambience, and you come busting in. I'm fucked! And you're covered in cake. And a couple people look at you, mostly like the people in the first couple rows, like right in front, but off to the side wings, they haven't really noticed you or anything. But what are you looking for when you come back here?
I'm just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. I'm going to, as I come through, I'm gonna rip off the clothes and just fully get naked.
Okay.
And just
they aren't even here for you to get naked around. The group isn't even here.
and keeping the huff and puffing and just like, where is Baron's room? Where I need where?
Baron? Baron? Who's Baron?
Did I fuck up the name again?
Beryl.
Is it Beryl?
Beryl. like one of the artists like looks at you and they're like holding makeup and they're just like, who's Baron?
Beryl, whatever. I don't.
Beryl.
Beryl.
On the end. Someone clean this up. As they like call over, and you see like someone with a mop like coming over to clean up cake. But you're like streaky, like you have frosting all over your body as you sort of bust over to Beryl Beauvaux's segment.
Beryl. Gonna remember at some point today.
There's a line of like half orcs, animalistic races, and like there's even a tabaxi in the line. There's loxodons. There's a half orc. But everyone is more like stockier and more like cozier versus like the high fashion models that are all the same height and weight and everything. And it's very like this cozy energy. It's very sweet. Everyone's wearing like really chunky knits. They're all like putting clothes on, everyone's putting makeup on, but it's all like really sweet and cute stuff. And you come over.
Can I clock? I just one of the like I'm assuming there's names or something for each room of the designers.
Yes.
Can I just as I'm doing my little show, just clock one of the names?
Yeah.
As I'm walking by.
There's the I can pull it up. Hold on, I can pull them up. I said a couple of them earlier, but I can pull up another one for funsies. Okay. I named one of them Fashionista, and that's who you clock.
like fatch, like hatch, but fatch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fashionista.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, yes, okay. It's all coming together. Mwah. So yeah, as I go, because I'm going into a room, into Barrel's room, right? Or
Yeah.
And you said that's where there's kind of like everyone's in there getting ready.
Yeah, just changing our music. I feel like this is we need something else. We need something else. Oh, okay, I'll take this. Oh, there's also Gala Night. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh my god, yes.
Beautiful. All right. As you come back.
As I walk through the doorway into the rooms of the people changing, again, just a shift of personality happens, and that freaking out nature goes away, and just the confidence and just that, like, I'm top shit.
Yeah.
I'm a model.
Yeah.
Just washes over any of the, like, oh my god, he's naked awkwardness that, like,
you
someone would
full
feel.
dick out, walk
Doesn't
up to this
care.
group of people.
Yeah, and just I wouldn't know. Is there a way to see if Barrel's back here? Is there?
So
does
you
it seem to
see
be...
somebody with like a clipboard, and they are like a human, and they have blonde hair, and you don't know what Barrel looks like. So you see this person, you can assume that's them.
So I'll walk up to them, and it's probably not a pretty sight.
They
or
look
a pretty sight for them, maybe.
They're like writing in their notebook, and they're in their clipboard, and they're just like, They have like a big feather in their hat, and they're like wearing really nice clothing, but it's like really poofy at the shoulders and has like stripes, and they're really fashion forward. They look up, and they have these bright red eyes with like these really circular glasses that are like on the tip on their nose, and they look up at you, look immediately down, and their eyes widen, and they look back up. Lie back down. Back up. Back down. Are you looking down? Back up. Are you running? Are you walking? Or
I need to speak to Barrel.
I'm Barrel's stand-in. Barrett.
Oh, hello, Barrett. Is Barrel available to have a conversation?
They never are.
Well, I may have overheard
Looking
that.
down, looking back up.
And lean in to kind of do, I guess, a whisper. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
whatever. Fashion down the hall may have been saying some unflattering things about Barrel's design choices.
What were they saying? They lean in more.
How Barrel can't design anything for anyone as big as me, and laughing and joking about the choices that were being made.
Their mouth agape, just fully like, that's slanderous.
Very
And so much tea. Perfect for the runway. I'm going to save those notes. You said bad at size. All right. I'm going to have the announcer say these things. And they sort of look down and keep writing the things that you said.
So I thought maybe I could speak to Barrel and, well...
I'm the best you're going to get.
Well, fuck. Then I guess I need an outfit that proves fashion wrong.
Really persuasion check.
Any advantage for the
Yes, for the smoothness,
swinging?
might as well. The swinging?
Oh, I was gonna say for the swinging, but the smoothness works too.
You said my dick is out. Do I get do I get advantage?
Do I get dick persuasion? That's a 19.
She looks at you, look at you with like a more critical eye. Looking up, looking your hair, clocking like a crack in your tooth, looking at your scars, down to your beard, chest. Like, they're really like analytically looking at you versus like, my dick is out. And they're just like, Are you trying to walk?
Well, of course.
And you have your pay slip? They look back down at their clipboard, and they keep writing notes.
I would think that you can see that I don't have that on me.
It could be up your butt. I don't know. All I do is sign them, but I can't have you walk until you sign one. Until you bring one until I sign it.
Right.
But I have the perfect outfit for you. You'll just have to be aged up a little bit for the agers. You'll be walking with the elderly. Your hair is already white. That's cutting out a lot of the process. We'll just have to like add a couple more folds where your scars are to add a little more wrinkles.
No, it's fine. Yes, I understand. Right. Okay.
But we'll have you with an open shirt, so that it's very like, elderly but not end of the world. Like, oh, you could still get it done. Like, yeah, feel you. We need to put the pants though. Can't have dick out on the stage.
Fair.
Go change. I'll get a slip. I'll go find one, and I'll go talk to fashion. Don't mind me. And she sort of gestures to the tabaxi next to her, like first in line. This is the first person that's gonna go up. This tabaxi looks a lot like Oighear. Very like blackish, like gray sort of fur that has like highlights almost of a different color, but their highlights are green. And their eyes are green, and they are very like thin and tall and slender and just like built, but they're wearing like a long moo style dress, and they like belted it up so it looks cute, and they have like a little purse. They look like Granny. like Granny wears like the dresses and stuff, just looks like an old lady. She gestures, they gesture to this tabaxi, and they're just like, this is Walker.
Walker? Right, okay.
I'll go talk.
Dude.
Goodbye. Barrett leaves, and a little knock on Fashion's door you hear. Well, kind of. There's a lot of sound, but you can indicate that there's knocking happening, but Walker looks at you and doesn't really say anything, but gestures to the clothes.
Anything I should avoid?
You were put in elder?
Yeah, apparently.
Avoid shorts? Dress would be good, but abs needed, so
Right.
I can help if you want, but I'm
have
wearing this.
Are we happy with this?
I wish it was sexier.
Right.
I can make it sexier. They're not here.
I say go for it.
They like put their leg out. It like rips the side a little bit.
I would love your help.
All right. I have an image of an outfit to put you in.
Okay.
But I want your approval, of course.
Yeah.
So basically, Hugh Hefner walks around in like a silky red and black robe with like silk shorts.
Right, okay.
So I'm thinking very like Playboy style, silky robe runway outfit.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I will take it. Beautiful. Yep.
So you're wearing a robe. essentially. And it could be silky or it could be lavish, whatever you would like. But they like pull that velvet, full velvet. Oh, perfect. Full velvet. It's giving fashion. What color is it?
Let's see. Skin is green. So I feel like, what's the opposite of the color spectrum of green? Because my brain went to a bluish, but I don't think that's opposite. I think orange is on the other side. Maybe a red?
Red.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So that nice burgundy velvet red.
Okay. I'm sticking with the red we love. Yeah. So, they like a montage happens. Your hair gets washed. It's like nice and pompadour-y. Your piercings are like looped in, not taken out, but like in your nose and sort of like hidden a little bit. Beard is brushed. Some like flowers are put into it and stuff. Teeth cleaned. Lips, you got like a little rouge going. You got like the stage makeup on. And you sort of turn around, like sparkles are around you, and you're like, I'm gorgeous. And as this montage happens, Barrett comes back and is like tapping on their keyboard, tapping their pencil on their board, and they're just like, looks down, looks up, approved. Here's your payslip, and they give it to you, and it says 50 gold for walking once. You have to take it to a bank. That face indicates you've never done this before.
No, sorry. That was, Huh.
Well, I see a living in you. This is good. I set a bomb, by the way, so we're gonna have a smash out. Fashionista will know to never speak of us in that way ever again. So, we're also gonna go first. And then you're all gonna go home.
Right.
And then also,
So there was a thing about the bomb?
Mm-hmm. Drama.
Bomb that goes boom that...
In fashion? Yes, honey.
Is anyone else reacting to what this bomb thing is?
Yeah, no, literally everyone around you is just like, what the fuck do you mean? But only the people in your row, because no one else can really hear.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, a bomb's gonna go off. No one disrespects a barrel like that.
Do we need to warn?
Trust me, it'll be the highlight of the papers. People will love it. Soon we'll have smash-out explosions everywhere. No one should die. It's gonna be an illusion. Illusion. Oh, come on. You thought I was gonna blow everyone up?
Honestly, I've only known you for a few minutes, but yes, I
Well, I know a lot about you. They just look down. Illusion of bomb. Everyone's going to be startled. It's going to be the smash hit. Barrel below blows up the competition.
The last word could maybe use a little bit of alliteration, but I like barrel below blows
up.
Yeah, so you lose it at the end.
What do you think we should do?
Barrel below blows. No, you don't want to say blows bystanders, because then that seems that's going to create a lot of...
That's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem, which we don't want. Barrel babo blows by bad bitch. It has a ring to it.
B. Writes it down. I'll work on it, but I'll make sure that people get around. Yes. Anyway, I set the bomb. I set the smoke. I set the alarms are gonna go while you're going, pointing at other people. Feathers are going to explode while you're going. Paint is going to splash the audience. It's our speaking moment about real fur. And then while you're going, pointing at you, you're going to run from the explosion. You're going to garner more people to come in. You're going to Yes, so you're going to act as if the explosion is real, run away, get more people to come to the fashion show, and that is how we're going to win.
Order of events. You want me to run away from the explosion and then call people in?
You're going to go say an explosion happened. It's the bang up of the century. Everyone must come see. Look at your clothing. You're hot. You're wonderful.
Right.
Yes. Are you not following? This is a solid plan. I am good at making plans. Do you have a better plan?
I just want to make sure that Beryl is on board with this because I'm assuming they're here.
They just like mark on their board some more. No, we can't do a bomb. That's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
Well, I think, well, let's not go that far. I think you have the right idea. But I think it requires a little bit of selling before because Beryl seems to be someone who likes to really be meticulous with details. And if you just make that a plan without running it by them, it could backfire on you.
We don't want a backfire headline. We want a good headline.
And because especially the way that this always works with people, if you go and talk to Beryl and it's your idea, we all hear that it's your idea, but you make them think it's their idea, they get all high on their horse, they love you even more, and it all works out, and I could see a much bigger pay raise. Because then they won't be taken by surprise as well, and they'll be able to answer questions, and it only looks good on you. Plus, I would say that we need to get final approval of this outfit, since it seems to be a last edition, and we just don't know in Beryl's mind, oh, this is what I'm expecting, and then boom, surprise on stage, who the hell is that in that outfit? We just want to make sure the whole thing goes off how Beryl pictures it.
Okay. Permission from Beryl is the only thing that I can't get. I'm the stand-in, and I have been for about 10 years. Beryl just sends in the pieces. Do you not know this?
I'll be honest, it seems like that's a pretty well-kept secret. I hear a lot of people talk, oh, I got to work with Beryl, but I guess that's a way to talk around it. You know, kind of when you go to a theme park and there are people dressed up in costume, like, oh, I don't know that person. They're friends with that character.
Right.
So I just assumed for something this big.
Right.
Is Beryl okay? For 10 years is a long time.
I think so.
And they're definitely alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
They keep sending things in. I mean, look at these outfits. You look down the line and they're cute. They're just sort of like aged. It's made for like older people, older adults, things like that.
Right.
It's giving Ralph Lauren. Which is not bad, just for older adults.
Yeah. It seems like Beryl really focuses on one clientele. Okay. Can I be honest with you? I'm going to get a little bit closer to like...
While you're getting close, you hear first on, and then the group farthest from you guys starts to do their walks. The music starts getting so much louder. You hear announcers like, woo, cheers. The fashion show has started at this point. So yeah, you get close.
Okay. Honestly, I have been a huge fan of Beryl's for so long. They always seem to be a step ahead of the competition. There's people who do things for a certain group of people, but then Beryl always seems to just know what is going to be needed. I just, you stand in for them for 10 years. How does Beryl know? Because this is all for older people. How does Beryl just look into the future and can just tell what is going to be needed soon?
Roll a persuasion check.
12?
They look at the rack of clothing. Here, put this on. And they like put a little pocket square inside the robe pocket. Now you'll know too. And they tap, and they're like, all right, places. And they sort of dismiss you, but like start to wrap people around. You look at the little pocket square, it's like a little knit. It's like a small, almost like a handkerchief, but it's a small knit. And looks familiar to you as something that Granny has put together and shown you all.
Damn it. All right.
Like when you were looking at the floor and all those like little patches, it looks very much like that as well. And you just sort of,
I think I'm going to take that moment because I'm sure there's a chair that's like in front of a mirror or whatever that's open.
There's a lot, like little stations to get ready. Yeah.
Gonna sit down and just take it in. Take a moment because it's been a lot of, even though he's used to doing this kind of stuff, it's a lot in just a few seconds.
Yeah.
A little not out of practice, but the last few days haven't required this level of intricate thinking and putting on a show. And then looking up into the mirror, you said that they aged me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You look like your dad.
I was going to say I would probably take a moment to have everything just come to a stop, and excluding the rouge and
right, the
like
extra
that.
makeup, but
definitely the image of what I would imagine at this point my father would look like, since I haven't seen or spoken to my parents in a good few years now.
Yeah.
And just allow that moment to happen and just live in that for a little bit.
As you are looking and people are like being clapped off to go walk the stage, it's getting closer to you all. And Barrett's nowhere to be seen. And then a couple other stage hands come in and they're just like, are you guys ready? Is everything good? You guys look great. Everything's great. You're going to go this way. You're going to walk here. There's X's on the floor. Like giving everyone like the rundown of where to stop, where to pose. If people are taking photos, don't walk too fast. Things like that. There's rumors that Beryl is going to arrive. Things like that. Like all sorts of stuff. And then another person comes through and I need you to make a perception check.
I just want to see something real quick. Is this based off smell by any chance?
It can be.
Yeah. Okay. Advantage. Dirty 20.
As you're
With
looking,
smell.
a smell that is so familiar, you just dealt with it earlier in the day, a burning ash fills the air of death and destruction. Someone walks in, and this person looks like a regular human. They're just walking in, but they have like almost like a gaseous aura. Like the entity just walks by really quickly.
Into the room or just by the door?
Into the room, but like across that long hallway, because you're sort of in all the forks. There's like that hallway that connects all of them. They just walk by really quick, and that scent like clocks onto this person, and it smells the same as the entity from earlier in the day.
Well, let's let's do a little bit of sneaking around and maybe follow.
As people in your row start becoming clapped off to go onto the stage, you take a little sneak, and you see them step into the door of Fashionista and close the door.
Can I press my ear against the door and see if I hear any conversation happening?
You can try with disadvantage because there's a lot of thumping and things like that. But is yours hearing your advantage?
I'm gonna double check, but I think it's hearing or smell.
Okay, so then you would have just a regular roll then. You wouldn't have disadvantage.
On perception?
Yeah.
16, 17, 18.
You hear... I have to look up the name. 1 second. Perseus has passed. It is just me. A group is here to take us out. Perseus was released and taken out in the same day. They are strong. We must move quickly. I say, we blow up the place. I think they might be here. Everyone's coming to the fashion show anyway. You hear, are you sure? There's also fans and artists here. I don't think that's a great idea. It's the best idea I have. And then they say, all right, well, I'll go plant it, I guess. And you hear the door start to begin to jingle. So with your nat 20, you have enough time to realize that you can move out of the way versus them being like, oh, hi.
Oh, I didn't get nat 20.
I thought you got a nat 20. Oh, well.
No, 16, 17, 18.
18! Well, They open the door. Oh. Hello. And you see a elf woman who has really striking features and really narrow glasses, wearing a red robe-like dress, open the door, and she's like, oh, hello.
I'm going to switch to orc.
Okay.
And totally put on how do I describe this? Just himbo energy.
Okay.
And just totally full just orc of I just saw that, I'm just a model. Sorry, I just an orc and
do a performance check. I'm gonna do a little perception. I got an 8.
I performance of 15.
Okay. She looks at you up and down, says, next door. Like when people speak a different language and they're really offensive and they just speak louder as if that's gonna help. She yells, next door.
Right,
thank you.
Oh, yeah.
God, I hate when people do that, by the way. It is so offensive.
It's so speaking slower doesn't solve anything.
It doesn't
do anything.
Being louder doesn't solve anything. Just try harder as a human society, please and thank you. But yeah, so she does the offensive white lady thing. And as you look to where Barrel's section is, people are being clapped off, and you are
Yep.
Your turn. Go.
Oh boy. So there is it comes naturally though to him, just as any actor in the wing gets nervous, but does whatever little warm up, little run in place, whatever little he probably pretends to be holding swords and doing kind of wrist moves and just
as
little
you're walking.
Yeah, just little, like, this is what I do when I'm getting into character before I break the wing and get on stage.
Yeah,
and then,
cute. I love it. Okay.
Just as he's right before he's supposed to get on, he stops, collects himself, and waits for his cue.
And as
to go out.
the fashion runway icon Soul makes his debut as an elder with a great chest. You walk and people are snapping photos of you. People are like, whoa, this new model is amazing. People are clapping from all the sections. And you see people still coming in, like the line is still going, and you're just like, the lights are blinding you. The music is loud. It's like a blacked out moment. But as you make it to the end of the stage, you hear an explosion, and you're not sure if it's the fake explosion that was presented to you or the real explosion that was presented to you. So what do you do in this moment with not knowing which explosion is happening right now? As you made it to the very end of the stage, you have a couple minutes or a couple seconds because you have that in mind.
I would imagine for him it's that moment of just everything slows down, and he's kicking into combat / let's analyze this as fast as we can moment of smell for anything that would give off if that was a real bomb or a magic bomb.
Your spidey senses are going off. You can do your perception with advantage as the explosion is like happening slowly. It's just that slow motion, like big sniff energy.
17.
Action hero, you smell real bomb, and you recognize that you have to get out of here.
All right. Awesome. I will definitely use that moment to turn and just giant orc just yell out for everyone to just move, and then he's gonna like run off stage.
So make a dexterity saving throw as you try to save the people by yelling, and the explosion is sort of like barreling out of the back of the fashion hangar, essentially.
Wait, why am I rolling with... Wait, did you say it with advantage?
No.
Or am I making that up?
You can,
I'm
but
just
no.
making that up. No. That is 11.
Okay, so with relative ease, like in slow motion, like you're like, move, and people are like, oh, it's a performance. But then you start sprinting off the stage, and people are like, wait a second. And like slow motion, some people are just getting blown up by this bomb, but like the people closer to the end like start running, they're rushing. You pass the Loxodon that you had made friends with, and you're just sprinting slow motion, and you see Kanna and Emmy and Oighear making their way down the alleyway towards you with an explosion behind your back.
And I think I would take the moment, because it's just friends, see them, and knowing what's behind me, and just instinctively he would create a barrier between them and whatever could be flying from the explosion, and just protecting my friends instinctively.
And that's where we end your side story. You're wearing clothes. You're an old man. And you haven't even finished your quest to get the thing.
No.
That's okay. Well, you got the pocket square.
We can play more.
Or we can just keep going. We can just
another 2 hours. Yeah.
we can just keep going.
It was right.
It was great. But the next time we play, we're gonna have the whole group back together, and this is gonna be a whole lot of figuring out what's going on and communication, and also new weapon, new item. Yay! Yay! All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.